Big of that man, there he is, Tyler Campbell leading out the men from the Gold Coast, the Bond University Bull Sharks. Malu, now they shift it out the back door. DePazzi sends a long one over the top, and Evans, Ayot Laifi will strike first in the second half for Bond University. The direction and off the paint. Now they might get the deflection. Roberts gets it away to Barlow. Dion Evans, Ayot Laifi looking for the final say for the Bull Sharks. Remarkable scenes. Now Harry Bell over the top, and the Bull Sharks with the final say. And they are heading to a prelim final in dramatic circumstances. Have you ever seen something like that?
Man, I'm incredibly proud of these boys. We stuck with it, you know. Today I think you've seen it, man. We just kept turning up defensively. West are a quality side. You've seen how good they are all year on attack, and we just kept going, and boys were popping up everywhere. And that's sort of the mindset you need in finals footy, and for a young group to come in, and a lot of boys playing in their first finals to do something like that. I'm just so proud of them, and yeah, we've earned ourselves another week.
Alrighty, welcome in Play-by-Play Rugby with you, and what's been a huge weekend. The drought is broken in South Africa. Some big results in clubland as well. The All Blacks are off and firing, and so much news around the game to get stuck into. My name is Jordan Hughes, alongside just Tyler Campbell today. A very happy man he is tonight. Jordan Lanack stepping out tonight. He's got his thesis due, or what's he doing?
He's got his final exam for his physio Diddy degree.
Yep.
And then, I think he's got a thesis due later on in the week, and he's done. So big shout out to him. Got to give him a rap. He's done well the last couple of years since getting that scholarship at Bond. And yeah, scary times is he's actually going to be a trained physio.
Look out. Welcome, mate. Good to see you.
Yeah,
How
good
are
to
you?
see you too, man.
How you feeling?
Obviously he's probably still riding the high a little bit. But, just had another good session. Looking forward to rolling into East this weekend.
Now, we'll get to that a bit later. Let's talk about the big one over the weekend. 62 years, mate. The drought is broken. We didn't believe it could happen. Historic weekend for the Wallabies. 38-22, Ellis Park. Wow.
Yeah. I probably should have been asleep, but I think I had a bit of nerves. We're struggling to actually fall asleep, obviously going to a big game Sunday, and sort of watched bits of it. So I watched the first 20 minutes and was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, South Africa were just dominant. They were sort of going down that Channel 1, bullying Aussie a little bit, and then sort of fell asleep, woke back up, and I sort of checked the score, and I think it was just after halftime, so I was like, I'll flick it back on. And the Wallabies just sort of switched up how they were playing. I've never seen a switch like that, and yeah, I think it's a great result for them, and I think it's great for Aussie Rugby. I think it's great for the game to get that win. Challenge for them is obviously backing it up and doing it again this weekend. But yeah, hell of a performance, and stand out for me, Tom Wright.
Yeah.
I think
Best game in green and gold?
Easily. He scored the try, he set up the one for Harry Wilson. He pretty much did all the work. So I think there's talks about him being a top 5 fullback, but I think he moves into that top 3, and you could argue he's probably almost the best fullback in the game. I'm biased. I'll probably lean more towards Will Jordan. And obviously there's Ramos from France that's probably up there as well. But yeah, he's definitely in the top 3 conversation now, and outstanding on counter-attack, lethal.
So good. I guess from someone that's what high performance is like, how does it happen? How do you be leading like 22-0 and then you don't score another point? Is this momentum changes, little moments? Like, what happens?
I think sometimes when you're in games like that, you go away from what's working. And I think South Africa did that a little bit, and I think we won't see Manie Lebok in a South African jersey for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Reason I say that is South Africa sort of prides himself on that up the guts, holding the ball, draw a penalty, back them all, get a penalty, take the points, whatever it is. That's how they started the game. They were just up the guts and they created the space. And then I think a bit complacent, probably started playing with a bit too much width. We saw the intercept.
Yep.
That sort of started the sort of real sort of impact of the comeback. And then they were just making a lot of errors on those edges, and Aussie was sort of turning it over. So they got some soul searching to do.
Yeah.
They're a bit like the All Blacks. They don't like losing.
Well, the South African media. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Like the media's into them. Russie called them out, as all good coaches sort of do. And yeah, sort of, I guess they're going to feel let down a little bit. They're going to be hurting, and it's interesting to see, how they bounce back this week.
one thing I noticed is we saw the moments before half-time against the Lions in that game too. We conceded 2 tries. Similar situation this one where they were on the attack. It was 22-5. They could have scored again. We held them out. That was a telling moment for me.
Yes, a huge moment in the game. I think if South Africa scored that one, I think it probably you go into half-time with not as much energy and not as much belief. I think a big James O'Connor's experience in that 10 jersey was outstanding and was definitely on show. And you saw that in big moments he sort of stepped up and took options that sort of put them in the right parts of the field that allow them to have that comeback.
Yeah, what'd you make of him? I guess he's probably a bit nervous at the start, first 20 or so, but he found his groove.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I think it's a steady 10 that Aussie probably needed in the Lions series, to be honest. And that's not a knock on Tom Liner. That's, just speaks to the experience of James O'Connor. He's probably the only one in that team that's actually been in a winning environment in the last 5 years, really.
True.
He's now won a Super Rugby comp. He's probably the only one in that team that's done that, actually.
Yeah, I reckon.
Aiden Ross hasn't won one either.
True. That's a good... Slipper, the Reds? Was he there, 2011?
Maybe, yeah, Slipper. But, in the last 10
decade.
years. Last decade. So he's probably learned a lot of what it takes to win in the Crusaders system, and you sort of seen that in his performance, that he took the right options at the right times.
Now, something you may have missed, obviously, Ikitau went off with that pretty bad cut on his leg, but Tate McDermott, again, on the wing, he just comes in and does a job. He's unreal.
Mate, he's a talent. He's an athlete.
Yeah.
He's someone that I think you put an extra foot on him, he probably might have been a winger. I mean, but he's quite small, so obviously halfback's the genuine route that most shorter players go, but outstanding. Did his job again, and then had a rest and came back on, and I thought put a lot of energy into that 9 jersey at the back end of the game as well.
Hey, Wilson, 2 tries again. He's finding his form at test level too. I think he's a great leader. He could be a long-term captain for me.
Yeah, I think he's starting to get a bit more dominance in the collisions at test level. He's obviously still gets from time to time far folded, but his mindset is run 100 miles an hour, and whatever happens, happens, and sometimes you need that in a leader. Doesn't have to be someone that speaks. It needs to be someone that sort of leads through actions. And I think he's sort of put his hand up as the premier captain and someone who leads that Wallabies team well. And I hope nothing serious happened with his knee after scoring that try.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward, eh?
Yeah, he sort of tripped, and then it could have been a bit of fatigue. The quad might have cramped up, but it didn't look good. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious or anything that's going to rule him out for the rest of the championship.
On that try, exactly what you were saying. He runs those tough lines. Most of the time he gets whacked, but that time he ran it again, went straight through.
Yeah. And there was a couple in the game where he actually did get popped.
Yeah.
South African, a big man, and we obviously saw the one where he ran it off the back fence at the Groot against the All Blacks a couple of years ago too. So, to see him sort of build in that test jersey and put his hand up and be that guy that's going to run 100 miles an hour no matter the situation, I think it's great. And great for Aussie Rugby to have a leader like that.
And one more I had, obviously a very good mate of yours, Bond Bullshark. Zane, good to see you got on the field, good involvements, great win for him. I was stoked for him. Fresh cut too?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to make a comment on the haircut. I haven't seen him yet. So
he looks so different.
Oh, no, I might keep the cheeky comments to myself until I see him next. But no, I thought he did well. Yeah. Come on. He's the best ruck arrival player in the game. And no one secures a ruck like Zane Tongle.
Locks it down.
But yeah, he scrummed well as well.
Yeah.
And sort of another one that's sort of getting form in that test level, I reckon. And should lock down that bench spot, hopefully.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, well, James Slibber's out this weekend, HIA, so interesting what they do there.
Aiden Ross, I think, comes onto the bench.
Yeah, true.
And I thought this year that was Angus Bell's best game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he scrummed well as so.
Lovely. 38-22, what a game. Great to see. And it's been on the headlines, everything talking about rugby, the Wallabies fans. Like, all my TikTok was flooded, so it's good to see.
It is good to see. Mine hasn't been too bad. Maybe I don't follow enough rugby union pages, but at least it's getting out there a little bit. I saw a bloke in a bar, and it's obviously the first time in 60-something years that they've won at Ellis Park. So,
and first time since 2011 in South Africa at all.
Yeah, it's a hard place to go and play.
Crazy.
But you know what I loved? Like listening to the commentary, obviously, as Maloney.
Sean, yeah.
Was going nuts.
Nuts.
What told the picture was the face of the South Africans, like pure shock in the crowd.
Yeah.
The silence of the crowd. If you can compare it to the South African commentary, where they're not as hyped and they're quiet, it's just like the whole stadium
Did you listen to that?
Dead silent.
So they understand they put the South African commentary on there. I listened to some of the calls. Just the Tom Wright one, just oh my god, monotone, just devastated.
It was I've seen a side-by-side comparison. Like it was I think it was on Threads.
Oh, cool.
And I watched one, watched the other, and it's so different. It's pretty funny to watch.
I love that. So yeah, shout out Sean Maloney too. He's getting plenty of love. The bloke, dies the Wallabies. He's so invested, just loves it. So,
but positive as well.
Yeah,
I feel a lot of people and commentators in particular run down the team. He's someone that always has a positive outlook and pushes them forward. And One thing, if we're talking about media, I love that Campese was shut up this week.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into it too much.
Well, we can. I was doing that on radio just before we talk about it. He's an absolute flog.
Yeah, it's sometimes like he doesn't want them to do well.
Yeah, well,
he
that's
just
what it
runs
seems
them
like.
down. And like, I know you're from the golden era where Aussie rugby was strong, but as a legend of the game, you'd hope you're there propping them up.
So in case you missed it, this was David Campese's quote last week. I can see why Joe Schmidt has never won a Rugby World Cup. He has no idea about rugby, clueless. This shows us why. A tweet that has been since deleted.
It's funny because he gives us his opinion there, but he doesn't give us what he would do. And that's what I don't like from media sometimes. It's like, cool, you've got an opinion. Who else plays to?
But he's an outlier at the moment. He does all these stupid takes and then...
And it could be just to get viewers and bump them up a little bit, but you're a legend in the game. You never see Richie McCaw come out for the All Blacks and run the coaching staff down.
Yeah.
You never see a Christian Cullen or, any of the players like a Michael Jones run down the All Blacks.
No,
they get behind them and support it no matter what's going on.
And he was one of the, obviously before our time, but he was one of the best players in the world. Like
100%.
Unbelievable.
And that's what I mean. He's a genuine Aussie league. Like we obviously see a guy like Justin Marshall obviously still pipe up and say things about the All Blacks. But if you're talking about those top tier guys that players look up to and players want to strive to be, you need to be sort of endorsing those teams and lifting them up, not bringing them down, especially when they're young like the Wallabies are.
So my take on this is, obviously, I guess guys older than us remember him as a player. We sort of don't. I've seen highlights. But now all these comments, this is going to be what we remember him for. He's destroying his reputation every time he carries on.
Yes and no.
I
think maybe as a media guy.
Yeah, well, he isn't. Yeah.
But I don't think it is as a player. I don't think he loses that
But that's what I'll remember him by now, because I didn't see him play.
Yeah, probably from the younger generation, maybe ours. But it's a bit like Paul Gallen. We'll remember him as the player.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys are going to disagree with the things he says, especially the ones that didn't see him play and going to have the same opinions.
Yeah. No, good point. Anyway, so good to see the Wallabies get it done. We'll get into this week's preview a bit later on the show. But your men, New Zealand, 41-24 over Argentina. It was 31-10 at halftime. They always seemed in control for me. How do you sort of see it?
Yeah. Obviously, 31-7, I sort of was just waking up, and watched bits of it. I haven't actually gone back and watched the full game yet. But, it was a bit scary watching them come back to make it 31-24.
Yeah.
But then they looked like they sort of locked back in and came away off the finish. So, positive stuff, but I think there's still plenty to work on.
I think it's more a reflection of Argentina. I feel like they should be better at home too. I know New Zealand are world class, but they're just so inconsistent. Don't you find that?
Yeah, and I reckon inconsistency comes from, we saw the growth of them when they were with the Jaguares and they had a homegrown team that was playing in a comp. They don't have that anymore.
True.
And I reckon because their players are playing around the world, they're playing multiple different styles of rugby. So when they bring them back together, it takes a while for them to sort of, I guess, gel or get consistency to be able to perform.
Yeah.
They're always better the back end of the Northern Tour, but then they go back and then they have to restart.
Start again. Yeah, you're right.
Whereas if they had 11 players playing together, it would make it a lot easier.
It's like the Drua and Fiji. Well, they're
100%.
better. Yeah. All right, let's go now. We'll go some club rugby, mate, just to get it started. QPR, 34-0. Bond over West in the minors semi-final. Firstly, is that one of the most enjoyable wins in your career?
Yes. And the reason I'll say that it is, obviously I've done some pretty good things in my career and won some pretty big games, but for me, I think it was... we were heavily outnumbered, outsiders.
No one believed.
No one really believed in us, but it's funny because I obviously backed us a lot. I thought the form we had coming in, we were coming off that sort of fourth week after a bye, had a bit of continuity. We were starting to sort of work out how we were playing and sort of thought, we'll compete. Obviously, the rugby gods blessed us early on and shout out to Luke Masarewa. I know he must be hurting at the moment, obviously, with how that all sort of played out. And that sort of probably helped us have a scoreline that we did. But I always sort of believed that we could compete with West and, come away with a result. But, the boys really stepped up. And defensively, to hold a team like that to 0, regardless of 14 players on the field, I thought was exceptional.
From an outside, obviously, calling the game and watching it, in the past, we always have moments where we're so good, then we drop off. But that's the first time I've probably seen we've actually been 80 minutes relentless.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we were 80 minutes relentless. There was probably a patch in that first half when they had 14 men that they had us under the pump, but one thing I think that was different for us was we just kept sort of being where we needed to be in the right moment. So if someone made a break, we had 4 or 5 guys chasing. If things didn't go our way, we didn't panic. We sort of just reset and backed our D, and that's probably something we haven't done in the past as a club. And I thought it was a big sort of confidence boost for us going into this weekend. But again, the challenge is obviously doing it again. You can do it once, but no one's going to remember you if you don't do it twice and sort of make that grand final.
Yeah, you're spot on. For you, obviously, mate, very solid performance. A human pinball on full show again.
Pinball got hit. I haven't been hit like that in a while. Shout out Moses Sarov.
Yeah,
he got me good.
Yeah.
He got me good.
Snapped you back a bit. I don't know if you saw. Do you see when Charlie scored that try and Matt went launching over the top? He jumped straight over the top of.
Mate, did you see my boot?
Your boot?
Yeah.
No.
I was sending it. You know, we had the whole game stop where everyone was waiting for me. As I've gone to step before that try, I kind of get tackled, but the guy stands on my foot. My whole foot came out of my boot.
Oh, true.
It's like literally just laces.
Yeah, right.
So I'll show you the photos if you want to do a little thing. I've never seen it before, and the chick come on, and I felt sorry for her. She's like, "Can we we'll just tape it up?" And I looked at her and went, "That ain't gonna work." Like,
wait, so was it broken in half?
Full like ripped out of the top, like
Jesus, mate.
I'll give you you can see it now.
Yeah, all right. So it's fully just
fully
the whole
come
top
out the
part of
top,
his
so-
boot is ripped apart.
Yeah.
Your toes hanging out and all.
You kind of need to see it to understand it.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'll clip that.
Pretty funny.
That's a random one. I guess what else stood out for you in the match? It looks like a good crowd too, good atmosphere.
Yeah, very good crowd. Hard to see. Obviously, it was a big contingency of West as they had quite 4 or 5 teams playing, maybe more. For us, it was sort of a lot of our guys were up higher, but great crowd. Obviously, a lot of East supporters and brothers who I think were actually sort of, once the game got going and we were in it, we actually got support from other clubs.
Yeah.
They were kind of just getting in behind us, and I thought it was a good, exciting game. I thought there's some great tries scored, and I thought, just our defence was the point of difference in the end of the day.
Good little post-match interview, mate, I thought. It was good to see that you're showing the club pathway and the Gold Coast local sides, what we've done, what you've done the last few years. It's been good.
Yeah, and obviously the pathway was a big thing for me and something I did want to mention, I guess, in the moment. It sort of came to, I had to sort of control my emotions going into the interview because super pumped, and you probably sort of at the start, I sort of wiped my face to kind of reset compose myself a little bit, and I just think it's good that we're getting that relationship with the Gold Coast clubs because Gold Coast is very league dominated, and we don't really give much love to the sort of those local clubs. So to show that pathway, and if it inspires 1 or 2 juniors that sort of saw the game on the weekend, that's the goal for us. So just showing that you can sort of kick onto the Reds through the Gold Coast pathway.
I like it. Well said, mate. On the other side, obviously, we'll get into a bit of a preview of what's to come, but Brothers 38-28 over East. East almost had them there for a moment. Have you had a look at this yet?
Yes, I actually sat there and watched the whole game. I actually had way more beers than I expected to have.
Yeah. Who was with us?
Oh, it was me, Hino, Hedge, Heath, like a lot of the Bond sponsors and stuff. And started as a couple of casuals, and I looked down at the table at one point, and I was like, there's like 50 cans here.
Here we go.
Yeah. I was like, this is very dangerous. But no, so sort of brothers just do what brothers do. They've got a lot of championship experience. They're back-to-back and kept majority of their team. And you saw in key moments on the weekend that they knew how to win the game and close it out when they needed to. And I thought East were good too. First half I thought was real exciting. Second half was a bit stop-start. A lot of penalties, a lot of errors. But yeah, brothers just turned up when they need to and really good. They held up like 4 tries. Yep. So East will probably take a lot of confidence out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Brothers into the big dance, East to come for you later on. We'll get into that a bit later. Let's get stuck in, mate. Round 2 preview of the TRC. It continues again. Australia, $3.80. South Africa, $1.25. The line's 12.5 this time. It's come down a little bit. In Cape Town, they say Wilson's going to be sweet. Peach, broken jaw. James Slipper, HIA, he's done. So a couple of changes. And then the Springboks. Khaleesi's done for 4 weeks. And I'm missing a few other starters as well. So,
yeah,
can they do it again? Because we know it's coming.
That's the big question, and this is the big tell for this team. And I think they're going to be obviously riding a bit of a high after the win like that. So being able to reset yourself and I guess find out why you performed like that. Find out what worked for you. Find out what you still needed to work on because you still leaked 22 points early. and and build from that and go there. I think you're going to see a very different South African team.
Yeah.
I think Andre Pollard comes back in.
Delende.
Delende in the backs. In the forwards, I think Malcolm Marx will move back to the bench. What's the Bongo?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. He'll go back into starting.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to come down route one. I don't think we'll see them pass as much. I think you'll see a lot more box kicking, a lot more putting pressure on the Aussies to make right decisions.
Who comes in for Pete, you reckon? What do they do there?
I'm assuming Callaway.
Yeah, true. And Dalguna's been called over.
Yep.
Reece Van Neck, because
I just see
Libba,
he's going.
and Hamish Stewart as well. Bit of midfield cover. He's over in the
Who
squad.
went down in the midfields?
I think it's extra cover.
Okay.
What do you think, mate?
I think they'll go Callaway.
Yeah.
Or Tate.
Yeah. True.
Tate's a winger now.
True, mate. Never know.
I think it'll be Callaway.
Yeah. All right. Can they do it again? What do you think?
I want to say yes.
So do I.
I would love to see it, but I just think this one's going to be tight.
Yeah.
And I think South Africa will get it done. I've seen it with the All Blacks. When you're a team like that and you're hurting, you come back very strong.
At home, in front of your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Cape Town, which they're big fans of as well. I think it'll be close, though. I think it'll be like a 24-18 sort of game.
Okay, so you take the Wallabies with the number, 12.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll join you. I think South Africa 1-12. Wallabies hang in there, but I can't knock back the box at home 2 weeks in a row.
If the Wallabies can come away with 2 wins, outstanding. But getting one, I think they achieved what they needed to achieve.
One and then maybe get close,
Yeah.
push them. We'll see. So that should be a cracker on Saturday night as well. New Zealand, Argentina, $1.25. The Kiwis, the Argies, $3.80. The line's 10.5. Tuipulotu I saw. Out for a while, I think, which is a big loss. Any surprises expecting here?
All Blacks team will be interesting. They've got their one. I think they'll go for 2, whether they keep continuity or they make a couple of changes.
Yeah.
Looks like Anton Brown's out. But I think they'll go pretty consistent, and I think they'll win and cover the line here.
Yep. I think they're looking sharp. And they're number one in the world now.
Yeah, I did see that. That's a big drop from one loss for South Africa. 3 points.
Yeah.
It's quite kind of crazy, really.
It is a bit, maybe, yeah, because New Zealand beat France, I guess, as well, adds into it. So New Zealand win, New Zealand cover.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll join you. Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy Grenon.
I think they'll be better, the Argies, but I don't think they can take down the All Blacks over in Argentina, and then be good because both of these sides will return home because the home game's coming up, which will be good to see as well. And then that big one, New Zealand and the Springboks, Eden Park.
Yeah.
It's coming up very soon. So get excited for that. Both on...
That could be the thing. New Zealand might rest some players for that too. Is there a week in between for travel?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Sure, I think they might.
They've done that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's on this weekend as well. Plenty of footy there. Let's touch on it, mate. QPR prelim final. One will go through to the big dance to take on brothers, Bond and East. At East, Sunday Arvo footy.
Yeah, it's another challenge for us. I'm not going to shy away from it and say it's going to be easy because it's definitely not. They've been a team that's really rebounded well from last season's result. They're good at the set piece. They're probably one of the best maul in the comp. Well, them and brothers are probably pretty even there. And they got some very good backs too. Millie Drew was outstanding on the weekend.
Unreal, yeah.
So Matt Smith, obviously, very
Mr.
good in that
Consistent.
12 jersey.
Yeah.
Does his job every week. Same as his brother, actually, Alex Smith. So, yeah,
Pills
looking
as
forward
well.
to it.
It's good, handy. So
Pillsy. Love giving Pillsy a rap too. Great guy.
Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I won't give away too much on what we're looking at, but yeah, up for the challenge and can't wait to roll into the weekend.
Yeah, if you're around, go check out the game on Sunday afternoon on East, and this one will be on Channel 9 and Stan Sport as well. So check out the coverage; it should be pretty good. So all the best for that one, Tyler. A couple of quick hitters for you. Did you see Taylor Swift on New Heights and what she did to the numbers?
Yeah,
Mate, 1.3 million live viewers. Now they're up to over 18 million total.
yeah, okay. People are gonna hate me for obviously Drake probably the most successful artist. I think she's possibly the biggest because she has a cult following.
Yeah.
Like the Swifties, in terms of influence, she has a massive following that if she appears anywhere, it's just people swarm. And you saw that with her tour where she grossed over 2 billion people going to her concerts or something.
Yeah.
She's obviously very big, and Travis Kelce's probably reaping the benefits of it at the moment. And Yeah, I didn't actually watch the interview. I
I
wasn't
just-
really interested. I didn't really.
Yeah, I saw the clips and stuff. They actually look like a nice couple.
Yeah,
Like,
happy for them, but
Yeah.
I could not care less about the
Yeah.
off-field stuff in the NFL. I'm here for the.
I know,
gameplay.
mate. I'm just saying.
Almost
But for
time.
people that hate Swifty, I think they're wrong because she's a man of effort. She learned football.
They don't hate Swifty.
They do. People
No.
hate Taylor Swift.
They don't hate Taylor Swift.
Some people do.
They hate the idea of her fans.
Yeah, well, the fans are crazy, but
It's the fans they hate.
I think she's a knockabout girl. She seems so
There's no
genuine.
reason to hate her. She hasn't done anything.
No.
They don't hate her.
Some-
They hate the fans, and they hate the NFL broadcaster because it brings people in.
Yeah,
It's not her they hate.
and they hate seeing her on football coverage.
You can't sit there and give me a reason why you hate Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think she's.
I don't even like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift guy. But I can see why
Yeah,
people hate her, and it's not because of what she does, it's because the influence she has.
yeah, mega star. Also, college football begins this weekend as well in Ireland. Starts.
I saw that.
Week 0.
Next week is the big week, though, mate.
Yeah,
I'm pumped for that. Texas, Ohio State's
in,
open.
in Texas, eh?
Yep.
What do you reckon?
1v2 ranked.
Are you a bit concerned? They could dust you.
No.
Arch Manning, mate.
Yeah, but we could dust them.
Who's your QB? Do you know yet? Have you named
Julian
the starter?
saying.
I
the
saw the
young kid.
announcement of the starters.
He
this week.
redshirted last year. Has a big, I guess, was quite a highly touted prospect out of high school.
Yep,
But this looked good in the preseason, so hoping he's got the goods.
I like it. Anything else caught your eye around the traps, mate?
UFC,
Yeah.
what's his name? Jamev beat the South African.
Okay.
Didn't just beat him, just mauled him for 5 rounds. It wasn't the most exciting fight, but unanimous decision, and it's now the middleweight champ of the world.
I like it. But to finish, so the Women's World Cup starts on Sunday or
Didn't even know.
Friday. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen nothing about it.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what your channels are. I'm seeing a lot of it.
Yeah, but you're in their sort of rugby media channels.
I guess.
I don't really sit in them,
True.
so I haven't really seen too much about it.
I'm going to try and get around it. I reckon it'll be good. So I'm just going to run you through these. I want to the 6 or 7 games. Just tell me who's winning.
In the women's.
Yep.
Oh,
I know you
there
don't.
we go. Good
yep.
luck.
But how's this for some of these lines? So England versus USA to open the
England by plenty.
the line's 54.5. How's
Yeah,
that?
Back England.
Yeah. That's smart by them. England, USA, Alona Mar as their opening game.
Yeah.
It's clever. Yeah, England smashing me. Australia versus Samoa underway. It should be good. Saturday evening.
Line.
I haven't got one, sorry.
Australia take that dub.
I was just telling you the big ones. Scotland, Wales. I'm going to go Scots.
We can go the Welsh.
Canada versus Fiji. Another big line. 50.5.
Canada win. Yeah, and cover the line.
Yeah, Canada. They're my smoky to win it all.
Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good team.
France and Japan. I'm going to go with the French.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the French because they got a bit of a pro comp going on over there.
South Africa and Brazil.
South Africa.
Yeah. Here's one. New Zealand versus Spain. Guess the line for me.
68.
Fuck, that's good. 67.5. You fucking
I
nailed
could
it.
actually be an odds maker.
Well, that's really good. Yeah,
That's bang on.
that's fucking nailed it.
Yeah, because they win most. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go New Zealand and New Zealand to cover.
Yeah, I think they spank them.
Portia Woodman to score 4.
Easy. Just quickly, give me your final.
I want to say NZ England,
Yeah.
but I'll go NZ Canada.
Yes, and Kiwis get it done.
Yep.
Do Australia make the quarterfinals to get out of the pool?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Who's in their pool?
It's actually quite tough, I think. Obviously Samoa.
Look at that.
I don't know the other ones. I don't know.
I thought you were in those channels. Mate.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking very clearly. But it'd be really lovely if they could.
They'll get
yeah.
through. I think they get through. They've improved a lot over the last 12 months.
Yeah, so they lost to Wales, so I like to find these
But then
pools.
they came back and smoked them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. I'm not going to find them. Someone's going to get up me because I don't know this. Anyway, I hope they get out of the pools as well. Can't see it. All right, there we go. That's all I've got for you. Short and sharp. It's good. Plenty of footy. Plenty of good
Bad the
time.
sternum law.
Yeah. It has a voice, mate. You've
Oh, mate, I've just had a long day at work.
been teaching this
A bit
week?
tired. Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday was a bit of a struggle.
Mm.
Today was a little bit better, but it's been pretty hard to stay checked into work.
Yeah.
I will say this. Hopefully none of the kids see this one. But
They seem to see a lot of them, to be honest. They come on
Yeah.
the TikToks. You're a fan
no,
favourite.
it's been hard to check in, obviously, with so much going on with rugby on the outside. Like,
Yeah.
any spare moment, I want to be looking at my laptop and doing clips and finding like
Looking at film, mate,
opportunities.
breaking it down.
things like that. Like, Yeah, it's been real tough to be focused on work at the moment.
That's right, mate. Got other priorities this weekend. All the best this weekend, all behind you. Should be very exciting.
Sundays are hard. Just putting it out there. Takes away your whole weekend. And Sunday's normally my day of organising and sorting out my week.
Yeah.
But you lose the whole day to rugby and you're going, shit, I actually got to come do this stuff on a Saturday. It just throws you off.
And a late kickoff. Well, we had the lunchtime kickoff on Saturday. How'd you find that? 12:30.
It was good. What I did struggle was waiting around, obviously, for the girls' game.
Oh, true. Yeah, 5:15 for
so
them.
I didn't get out of there till I think I left it just around halftime of the girls' game because I was like, I need to go sort my life out.
Yeah.
I had book week on Monday and I hadn't organised a costume.
Nothing. Lovely. Tough.
I was like, oh, here we go.
Also on the girls into a 4th grand final in a row.
Well done, quality
Remarkable,
team. They've kept their obviously their core squad together too, which really helps.
That's been the big thing. So hope they can do 4 in a row. We'll see how it pans out. All right, good luck this weekend. Hope the Wallabies can do it as well. The Kiwis in action. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week to do it all again.